Okay, I'm going to talk about some of the underrated garden plants. I believe they're underrated. Sweet potato vines. I don't have all the colors I'd like to have right now. This right here that I'm showing you is called Ace of Spades. And this particular variety, it gets a little tall. I'm going to show you they're in the little 3x3 pots. It gets a little tall compared to a lot of the ornamental varieties, but eventually, if you peg it down in a hanging basket, it'll start weeping down, and they get really long and very what can I say, healthy looking. And sometimes they'll get a pretty purple flower, not necessarily this variety, but other varieties. Now, the sweet potato vines, they come in so many colors, and right now all I have is black because the other colors are so popular. I haven't been able to get a hold of them. So I was going to show you a few. Here's another one in a hanging basket. And I did try and get it to start coming down, and it will. As it gets older, it'll just get longer and longer and longer. Here's another one. Now, the great thing about sweet potato vines is that you could just cut it, say like right here, and take the leaves off and go stick it in some water, and with it, less than a week, you'll have roots and have another plant that you can go plant in the ground. So that is the other great thing about sweet potato vines. Now, a lot of gardeners know that your basic sweet potatoes make an excellent ground cover and can go across the yard. Now, some people, I've had problems growing sweet potatoes. Hang on, this ain't sweet potatoes. Oh, I was going to show you this other variety I have right here. This one, I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's also very much the same way. You can cut it here and go, and this one is more of a short stout, and it'll fill out a pot like this. It'll weep a little bit, but it's more of a bushier style. It'll grow many branches instead of one long thing. They have a beautiful green one that has a heart shaped, and it's called Marguerite. And there's also a rusty one out, a rusty colored one, and there's also the leaves like this. They have that also in green. Now, they do create a little bit of a potato underneath, but and you could eat it. They call it ornamental. The thing is you're not gonna like feed your family on the potatoes that these produce, because they're more grown for the leaves and flowers than they are for that. With that said, another reason, here in Central Florida, if you're looking to plant something in the ground, I don't know how well you'll do. I have a different issue because I have lots of birds, chickens and turkeys and so forth, and they see something like this, they'll eat it down to the ground. And in the past, even when I haven't had chickens and birds, things seem to eat the roots from underneath here. I don't know if it's just my property and the beetles or whatever, but every time I sort of plant a potato in this particular area, it basically disappears on me. So I'm just showing you a couple more that I have hanging here. And like I say, you can hold them over through the winter. They hate the cold. Anything under 50 degrees, a sweet potato is going to go, you're going to see that it doesn't like it. But you can hold the roots in the sand, dry them out really well, hold them in the sand, or you can make cuttings, constant cuttings throughout the winter to have a fresh new supply. in the spring. Like I say, these aren't completely grown out yet. By fall, these are going to be looking amazing. So, but I wanted to take a minute, and if you're an ornamental gardener, I would like to try has anybody ever actually tried putting a regular sweet potato in a hanging basket? Because really my passion lies in the edible decorative plants. I figure if you can find decorative plants that are edible, that maybe they can get more commercial and there'll be more food available. I guess that's just my thinking. I figure that you can introduce that to the population by having a beautiful plant that also supplies food on the side. So really, I love beautiful plants, but my heart lies with trying to figure out plants that do well in a edible landscaping sort of way. Anyhow, like I said, if anybody's ever put and I know that a regular sweet potato you buy in a store creates these vines that are quite lovely, and I've had them in the glass jars before, but I've never put them in a hanging basket to see how well they do. So has anybody ever done it? Do you have a picture that you'd like to share? I'd love to see it. Thanks for stopping by Sherry's Plants, and I hope you subscribe and have a wonderful day.